Just a rebel with a lightsaber dream. Lost my hand, lost my friend, lost my self-esteem.
Hello there, and welcome back to another lore video. So, I posted a couple of polls asking what kind of lore content y'all wanted me to cover, and y'all really want to see how Darth Plagueis killed Darth Tenebrous. So, I guess we'll take a look at the book, Darth Plagueis by James Luceno, and we'll see what happened. But first, let's get some context of what got them into the situation where Plagueis was able to kill Darth Tenebrous. Darth Plagueis and Darth Tenebrous were on the planet Baldemnik, mining cortosis, the metal that Chimere's helmet is made of in that one show from last year. The mining probe that they were with finds a giant pocket of lethane gas, and they try to excavate around the pocket of gas, but it finds an even bigger collection of the same type of gas when Plagueis orders it to stop. But the M2 mining unit keeps drilling and ignores all commands. Plagueis and Tenebrous leave their other droid behind to try to stop the mining probe while they get to their ship, but as they got to their ship, a giant gas explosion happens. Wind, fire, and debris all heading towards the two Sith Lords. Tenebrous puts up a force shield containing a fireball with the ground's walls and ceilings beginning to crack around them. Plagueis saw what Tenebrous had seen earlier in his visions, his death at Plagueis' hands. While Tenebrous was protecting their ship from being crushed by giant slabs of rock, Plagueis forced them to come down upon his master with such speed and force that he was buried before Tenebrous had knew what had hit him. His success with bringing the ceiling down upon Tenebrous was proof enough that the Bith had grown sluggish and that it was time for Plagueis to take over as the Dark Lord of the Sith. If Tenebrous was still as powerful as before, he should have noticed that the actual danger was Plagueis, and Plagueis would be the one pinned to the floor. Pretending to care for his master, Plagueis rushes to help him. Tenebrous says to think that one is all-powerful, it invites catastrophe, that the unforeseen can occur. He thinks that it's better to die in a natural way with his head cracked open and his lung pierced than to die at Plagueis' hand. Plagueis finds out that Subtext Mining supplied the mining probe and promises to avenge his master. Tenebrous says that it's up to Plagueis to bring the grand plan to fruition and to bring the Jedi Order to its knees and to save the Republic's sentience from themselves. Tenebrous realizes that Plagueis is the one who brought the ceiling down and pinned him to the floor, congratulating him on his use of misdirection, and that he was wrong about Plagueis essentially not having the guts to do it. But then he realizes that the ship was crushed and takes back what he said, thinking that Plagueis was stuck with him. "I'll find a way home, Tenebrous, as will you," Plagueis replied with a chopping motion of his hand, and he broke the Bith's neck. But he wasn't fully dead, he was just paralyzed and unconscious. Plagueis wanted to observe his midichlorians. The Jedi viewed them as symbionts, but to him, they were interlopers running interference for the Force and standing in the way of a being's ability to contact the Force directly. He had been experimenting, but he wasn't able to manipulate them to the point that he could prolong Tenebrous' life, even if he wanted to. Looking through the Force, the Bith's midichlorians had began to die out, as was everything that powered his mind and his heart. Plagueis could still feel him in the Force, but everything about him was so far out of reach. Tenebrous had died as Plagueis observed him. Then Plagueis left to get off of Baldemnik and bring the grand plan to fruition.